This is my dream Minecraft house. It is made up of over 200,000 blocks and is the biggest build I've ever made. This required over 50 hours of work to build, and I'm not a good builder. In fact, this was my house before I built a new one. To understand how I got here, we have to go back to 3 weeks ago where I knew I couldn't live in this place anymore. I was running out of room with shulker boxes everywhere you look, chest monster, and it was just a mess. Okay, so we have a ton of shulker. In fact, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, we have an entire inventory full of shulkers. This is just full of, the materials that we're gonna need the most of. So, that's cobbled deep slate. And then in the ender chest is, dark oak wood. Those are gonna be our two primary... Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, this iron farm has been producing... Okay, not actually a ton, but, that's just because we haven't been in the area. We need to find an area to build, because this is going to be a very, very big house. This is by far the biggest video that I've ever made, and I would like to find a flat area that's not really around places that I've been before, but that's not going to work. I want it to be in a plains biome. There's the gold farm we built last episode. Yeah, that explains why I'm at 55 levels. The storage is completely backed up. Okay, you know what? I think, I don't want to, abandon all these farms, because then that's just going to make the last episode, completely pointless. So I don't want to go too far. I think this might do it. I think this can do it. This area. I just need to do a bit of math. So, just to kind of see. Okay, actually, never mind. I don't think this is the area. Oh, wait, I was literally just here. But I'm pretty sure this area is big enough. If I start it, right here. We're gonna have to, because this is, the flattest area around here. We could probably decimate the village. Just, wipe it clean if we need to. But we are gonna have to terraform quite a bit here. But I think that's okay. I think we're gonna build our house here. So let's just go ahead and get these shulkers on the ground. Alright, so here is probably not going to be all the items we need. We're probably going to need a lot more. But this will do us well for now. Okay, so it is a brand new day, and we are gonna go ahead and get to building. But first, kind of while I was prepping for this video, I was in a cave. I was gathering deep slate because I had to gather 20,000. I came across a trial chamber, and I never looted it because I thought I could loot it in a video, because I've actually never been in a trial chamber before. Yeah, so I thought we could just go ahead and loot this place up, just because I think it'll be fun. Hey, we got our trial keys. Okay, what? Trident? And enchanted book. Oh, I wonder what the book is. Okay, so it's just fully durable. And then impaling too. Interesting. And that one, that's what we'll use. Oh, we just got another trident. Okay. Alright. Okay, we got an armor trim. Bunch of arrows, an enchanted crossbow. We got the flow armor trim, and unbreaking one crossbow. See ya. Oh. Caves. It goes to the... Alright. See? Hey, another music disc. Another ominous pop. Diamond block? We got creator. Oh, we got the OG creator. Last ominous trial key. Let's see what we get. Freeze. Okay. Enchanted diamond chestplate. Unbreaking 2. Be gone. Okay, so we got creator. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of good stuff. So let's officially head back. So after raiding the trial chambers, we are now officially ready to begin building the house. But first thing we have to do is we have to clear a lot of area because this base is going to be massive. And this current area that we have is not big enough. So we need to clear out more just so we have more space to work with so then we can make a bigger and better house. Alrighty, so as you can see by my shovel here, yeah, it took a while, but we eventually got it done. We definitely have a bit more space. Like, I cleared out a bit more space than I needed to, but I wanted to have some room to just kind of move around and stuff. But, yeah, this took a little while. This took, like, probably just under an hour, and then this took, like, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It wasn't that bad. But now we gotta place thousands of blocks. Okay, so as you can see right here, I've done the math. All of this dirt is about 11,000 dirt mined, and then stone is like 2,000, a little less than 2,000. But yeah, like all of these shulkers are full, by the way. All of them are, except that one. Yeah, so what we got to do before we can start officially building, we kind of just have to go through this area. Isn't going to take too long, but what's really going to take a long time is this area that we're going to have to patch up. We're not going to try to make it look nice by like terraforming it and like having it go into the ocean. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to pretty much say screw it, and we're going to try to make it all the same Y level. So we might have to clear up a little bit more, but actually I think this is like one of the only sections I actually have to clear up. Okay, that's nice. It was just another half stack that I had to clear up. I mean, obviously the grass itself is going to also have to go, but we'll worry about that later. So yeah, I think we should just go ahead and commence another time lapse. Now, after about, like, I would say probably about 2 hours of work, we finally... Actually, it's a little bit more. Oh my gosh, I forgot this area. And with that, boom, we are officially 100% complete with the first step. And that first step is to make this flat area. Didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna be. This like filling all this in took about, I would say, 45 minutes. It was honestly breaking it that took the longest. But now we can actually begin construction. Now what we're gonna do as the next step is take all this and just make something beautiful. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lay out the foundation pretty much. We're just gonna lay out like the first layers, and then we'll work from there. Okay, yeah, just to give you a bit of context, this is one wall right here. Like, this is gonna be a big base. Because there's 8 block gaps, I'm gonna go in multiples of 8 just so that way it's even. If I've done this correctly, then 8 of 3. We build a pillar here. Alright, we good. We good. Boom, these are the 4 walls of the house. I don't even know if you can call it a house at this point, but you know what? Whatever, I don't really care. Yeah, this house literally takes up like 10 chunks. Like currently I'm on 18 chunks. Let's shrink it down to 10 chunks. Oh my gosh, I can just about see the end of my house at 10 chunks. I can just about see it. I can't believe I can just about see my house at 10 chunks. Like, that is crazy work. Alrighty, so the next step is to get a floor on this thing. This entire thing is going to be... This entire floor is going to be dark oak just for now. But then, like, when I get into building, like, the interior, I'll fix it. But first, I actually need to clear out these flowers. The grass will clear out itself whenever I place the blocks. But these flowers won't, and these are going to be really annoying to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and clear them out now. So we currently have a full inventory of planks. Let's see how far this takes us. I don't imagine it gets us very far. And alright, so we have just gone through our first inventory of dark oak planks. This will certainly not be the last, but now we need to go get more. So let's just get some more wood. Alright, now that we got the wood, we just need to craft it into planks. And okay, we can continue building. Man, this has taken so long, but with this, the very last block, boom! The floor is complete. Finally. After, like, I'm not even joking, 75 minutes. This took like an hour and 15 minutes to do. But it looks insane. Just, bro, how am I gonna fill all this space up? I don't know. Oh yeah, something I should probably mention is I kind of just planned out the dimensions and how many floors there would be. I never actually really planned out exactly what I would put in here and how I would use up all this space. But we'll get there when we come to it. Yeah, this is insane to me. Like, this is crazy. 16,000 blocks, by the way. This is like roughly 16,000 blocks. So what we gotta do, fill this in. There we go. And now with that, let's sleep real quick. Now I'm gonna get the designs for here. So it's gonna be a little different compared to like the corners. There we go. That's the design that I wanted. Actually, to revolve. I know exactly what I want to do. So basically, I managed to figure out a design for the pillars that I like. I was going to go for something more complicated, but honestly, I think this looks fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the wall design that's going to go around the entire first floor. And then the plan after that is to build the porch, and then we'll move on to the second floor, and then the third floor, and there we go. I've also decided that including this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we'll have it there. That will be, no, yes, that will be the height of, this right here will be the height of the first floor, because I don't want it to be, I don't want this to be, you know, like 40 blocks tall or something, because that's just going to require so many more resources. I think this actually works really well. And because we will eventually have to make a second floor, I might as well just kind of build a little, I guess, just so that way I can get around, but also it saves me a bit of work later on. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get this place just so that way we know the lines for the first floor. And there we go. This is the Oh yeah, there's been so many cows around, which is why I went from like 16 to to almost a stack of steak. But yeah, so now we got the first border just around the area. I just got back-to-back 6 steak from that, which is the highest you can get with looting 3. And that's our third stack of steak in the ender chest. There's been so many cows. I don't understand how. There's been so many cows. What we got so far, but now what we're gonna do, we're gonna need a lot of materials, which we do have. We're gonna need lots of deep slate. These are gonna be our 2 primary block types, deep slate and dark oak. So now for the wall design, there are 2 types of walls that we're gonna build. One that is just like a pure design, and then the other one that's going to contain windows. So the walls are going to go right here, because this is going to be the porch area that's going to go all the way around the base. I know this looks a little basic, but it's, again, purely for design, and I would use stuff like stairs or slabs, but it looks a little weird. Okay, yeah, and then I do want to have like something in the middle. Actually, place this with deep slate tiles. Okay. And then we replace this with... Okay. I actually like the look of that. So I'm trying to go for more of like a polished look. And even though with the little indents, it can look a little, you know, worn or like heavily used, I still like the look of this. So now we're just gonna kind of repeat this design for every single bit. So we're just gonna have to repeat this design like 60 something more times, which is gonna be a lot, but I don't think this is gonna take too long, especially if I know what I'm doing, which in this case I do. So yeah, let's just kind of get into a bit of a pretty quick time lapse where I just kind of build the first floor exterior. Okay, so here is gonna be break this and break this. So like the windows are gonna be decently big. But yeah, this is what I was thinking, like for like the window size. So not every single wall, not every single wall segment, I guess, is gonna be like this, but not every single one is gonna be like this. I'm probably gonna do like these 3 probably won't have will be just full walls, and the rest will be windows, and like those 3 down there for like probably this side, and I might do something else for the other side, but we'll see. Okay, and now we've officially finished. I mean, that's the windows, so we still have to do that, but we've finished the first wall. Man, I like this. I like the look of it. I think it's very clean. Okay, and about roughly an hour later, we are now approaching the end. We just have one last wall to complete. And there we go. Yeah, we got the first layer complete with the walls. Let's go. Alrighty, so now the next step is to build the porch, which we are going to start off by just kind of building just pretty much like around the perimeter. 3 layers around the perimeter. Hopefully we have enough room to do this, because I'm not going to be too happy if I have to clear out more area. We're good on this side, which is probably one of the sides I was worried about the most. Alright, and we're good on this side. I thought I was going to have to clear out more, but I think we cleared out enough so that way we can build. So that's great. Okay, so that is the first perimeter. We're gonna have to go out 2 more. Now, I kind of didn't really plan for there to be an entrance, because these are gonna be windows. I'll definitely clear out an area that's gonna be the entrance, but for now, I think, yeah, I think we're good now. And this porch is going, or this, like, yeah, this porch that's gonna go all the way around the house, it's gonna be as tall as the first layer. So even though there's gonna be 3 total layers, just like this one, except there's gonna be a different design for each layer. There's gonna be 3, I guess, floors, if you will. 3 total floors, and then the roof. I'm planning on the porch being as tall as the first one. But kind of just so, the main reason why I want it is just so I can, like, fly around like this. This is 15,000, this is another, this around here is 8,000. So this, we're at probably, including the pillars and also that, we're probably at close to 24,000 blocks just on this. But also, this area out here spans, I think it was 7,000 blocks placed, so it's 30,000 total blocks placed. 23,000, no, 11,000 mined just for the platform. And then if we want to get into like this, I think we have like another 50,000 blocks just in these shulkers. I mean, these shulkers are empty. I'm putting these over here. These are, so we've gone through 4 total shulkers of items because all the dark oak was dark oak logs. So, because I just want to make sure I had like enough, which I don't. I'm gonna have to go get more, maybe. I don't know. I might not. I might have grabbed enough. But yeah, I mined like 20,000 deep slate and then like 20,000 logs for this. So yeah, it's big. This is a big house, but honestly, I'm already really liking it. Anyway, enough of me yapping. Let's get back to building the porch. So with the platform for the porch laid down, now the next step is to get fences, and we're going to put them on all the wood posts. Now our plan is to finish off the fence post decorations. And with that done, the porch is officially complete, which means the entire first floor exterior is also officially complete. Now we can move on to the second floor. Okay, and with that, we are officially done with the floor on the second layer, and that also marks the ceiling of the first floor. And now we've created a little mob farm. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the second layer walls. I know that we haven't done the glass on here yet. We will get to that, I promise. Right now, we're just gonna spend a little bit trying to come up with a design that we would like for the walls, and then we're just gonna repeat that all the way around just like we did in the first layer. Because I want to do something different compared to this, because I feel like this could get pretty boring. So yeah, but first we gotta sleep. I think we should keep it 15. How would that look? That would look okay, but I think this should be. Oh yeah, I like the look of that. Okay. Yeah, I like the look of that. And actually, oh, wait. Okay, I like the look of this. I mean, we might as well just connect it, but like, that's the thing. I think, I like how this looks. The windows. What were the windows on the last floor? Because I'm probably just gonna repeat those. Okay, so it was the wood and the top two stairs knocked out. So it was 3. So the windows were like this block, this block, this block, these two, and then okay. Because we're probably gonna do the same. We're probably gonna do the same floor. I mean, not the same floor, same window design, and then we'll obviously change the colors for this floor. But yeah. So I think we're just gonna kind of go with this because I like the look of it. And then yeah, we'll just have classic oak planks for this top bit, and also just a little. Because this is gonna, it's gonna be the floor. We're not gonna have another porch, but we will probably have an overhang. Probably just, yeah, like maybe something like that. Maybe it's stairs. I don't know. But we'll work that out later. Yeah, I really like the look of this, so I think we should just go ahead and repeat this design everywhere. We are gonna need a lot more oak planks, so wait, okay, so we are gonna need a lot more dark oak, so we're just gonna go ahead and so I just finished the floor, the second floor, and now I'm going to work out the overhang that is going to go, well, act as an overhang for our house for the second floor, and then after that we will move on to the third floor. Can we also just talk about how much steak I've accumulated? This isn't from farming, this is just from killing cows that have been around my base. Like this guy. And this guy. Like, seriously, I've gotten so much steak, it's actually insane. Yeah, we finally did it. We've gotten the second floor complete, and I also did a bit of detailing off camera, but yeah, we pretty much did this all off camera. And we got the roof as well. And I'm kind of going like a bit faster on the on getting the floors done, just because it's still very repetitive, so there's really no need to show a bunch of footage of me just doing the same thing over and over again. So that's why I just bothered doing it off camera. But up first. So we can't. So we can do that, but it won't look as good. We might need to. But also, this would look. That would look so clean, though. Man, that just looks a little goofy. I'm not even gonna lie. What about, yeah, I thought I placed slabs on this layer. Oh, wait, I did. Oh, but it goes a block down, so it serves the full block. Right here is planks, this is slabs. So, where is it? There it is. That doesn't look as good, though. I don't just want to leave it blank. I want to do something either with lanterns, because I think those would look cool. Maybe we just do a fence here. We kind of repeat what we did here. We just like place a fence and then a lantern. Okay, like that looks good. I like the look of that. Now, it doesn't look as good. We would have to add another layer, like another slab layer to make like a bit more of an overhang for that to actually look good. So I was stumped. I had no clue what design I wanted to go with for that overhang with the lanterns and the slabs. So what I then decided to do was just kind of put it off, come back to it, but I was going to work out a design for the corners. And once I found the design that I liked, which you're seeing right now, I decided to then come back to the design with the overhang, with the lanterns and slabs. And I actually ended up coming up with a really good design that I really liked. It just required a little bit of work. Ooh. Hold up. I like the look of this. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, wait, this actually looks good. So now that I had found a design that I liked, I proceeded to copy that design all over every single pillar on the second floor. And footage for the third floor is actually corrupted, so we're starting a bit ahead on the next clip. After a bit of time, we are finally finished with the roof. So now what I was gonna do is just get the walls and then get the rest of, like, get the detailing and then build the roof. But one thing I realized is that, yeah, there's a lot of gaps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a bit of mining. Not very much, but just a little bit. Not like a mining trip, but just like, you know, mining some stone. And we're actually just gonna make ourselves pretty much just like a super smelter. I should have, yeah, should have a lot of cobblestone. And then actually I'm gonna grab, you know, I'll just kill these guys for the iron. Since they seem to be spawning everywhere but where I specifically made the farm for them to go to. It's really, really weird. Yeah, so I took a lot of the iron for the lanterns over there, so there was a lot that was removed, but that was my doing. Alright, stack of furnaces. I mean, we're definitely not going to need that much. And then oh yeah, we're going to need a lot of bone meal. So let's go ahead and get this farm just absolutely pumping. If you're curious about all of these farms, we made them in the last episode, so go check that out. It should be in the card in the top right. After this video, though, okay? I need the watch time. And also, I think I built this in the spawn chunks because... oh my gosh, yeah, that is a lot of wool. I mean, it also functions just with 4 sheep. Like, you don't need a crazy amount of sheep. You can have a lot with just 4. Like, with just 4 sheep. I mean, look at all this. With the new goal of getting lava to fuel all the furnaces that I'll be smelting, well, I'll be using sand to smelt glass, I knew I had to head into the nether. But I was in for a little surprise when I did. Hello? Oh my gosh. How? Why? Um, bro, I'm not fighting these guys, I can tell you that. There's so many pigmen, dude. Okay, I literally think I'm stuck here. Because if I hit one, I'm cooked. In fact, I'm gonna head back, and I'm gonna get a bunch of Oh no. Here they come. Though they should die though. Actually, no, I don't think they will. Hold on. We gotta get our lights. We have to do this. Oh gosh, get out. Alright, see you guys. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, now they should be gone. Okay. Alright, we're good. Oh my goodness, dude. That was just chaos. I think my shulker box my ender chest is back over at the mansion. I was gonna try to get some lava for fuel. That's all I was gonna do. How could they, I don't even know. How would they have gotten, no, wait. Hold on. You don't think that those portals for the gold farm link to, oh no. In case if you're confused, my gold farm requires nether portals to make pigmen spawn, obviously. And because I never actually gone through those portals, I believe that those portals just automatically link to my home portal. So that's why the pigmen were absolutely everywhere. I'm surprised my game didn't crash. I mean, props to Minecraft for not crashing. I totally thought it was gonna crash. I'm not even gonna attempt to attack one, but if I do, oh boy. In fact, hold up. I have an idea. So I'm gonna need a way to get back. Okay, wait a minute. I have an idea, because there's gonna be a lot of those guys. Okay. So this should, in theory. Thing is, I need to test this. So I can't just go exploding TNT in there. I'm gonna test, will I survive this? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just stand right here. Okay. I do end up surviving. That is excellent. Also, this is a massive cave that's just submerging. I had no clue this was a thing. Just got like a little crater. That's actually so cool. That's actually really cool. Okay. Will one TNT do it? It should. This should do it. So I didn't even take damage from that, which I don't think that's correct. Yeah, so what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely blow up the nether. Okay. So because I'm not gonna attack them. Okay. Perfect. This actually accomplished exactly what I wanted it to. So yes, we kind of blew up our nether structure a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, that's not a big deal. So that was... So there's probably going to be a lot of them when I get back. Yeah, okay, so now we can do what I came here to do, and that is get some lava. Okay. That was... Oh no, here we go. Oh, there's not many of them. Though I should probably... Oh, nice. Okay, so I might pop a totem, actually. For some reason, they do, like, a ton of damage. I don't know why they do. I guess I could have probably just not gone there. I could have just gone to the lava pit or I could have gone to that lava pit. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We got it. We got what we needed. Saw this in the last episode. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, uh, you're joking. Mm. With the first two layers now being officially complete with the windows, now I'm going to move on to the third layer, and in the third layer I have a different design that I currently don't have footage of me designing it. I just have the footage of me actually building it, so here's that. The plan is once I have finished the third floor, I'm going to then move on to the roof, and then I have a little bit of a surprise. So here's the design I have for the third floor wall segments, and I think it's definitely one of my better designs, but also a little just behind the scenes. So when filling in the wall segments for the first and second floors, I make the design, and obviously that's going to take a little bit, but because the design repeats itself almost the entire way around the entire base, it doesn't take very long. By the time I get to the like 50th or 60th time that I have to build this, I pretty much know it by heart, and I'm able to build it extremely quickly. However, that never happened with the third floor because it's a little bit more of a sophisticated design. So the third floor actually took a little bit longer than the rest just because of the more complicated wall segment design. And there we go, the third floor exterior is complete. So now what we're going to do, we are going to work on the third floor overhang. So once we get this overhang complete, we will then move on to the roof. Let's go! We did it! We finally finished the third floor exterior, and now we just have the roof left. We're almost done! And keep in mind that there's a very special surprise whenever we finish the exterior of the house. Okay, and with that, we are officially complete with the entire exterior minus the roof. Now, I was thinking, and unfortunately, I thought I was gonna do kind of like, you know, your traditional roof with like a ton of stairs, but also A, that would take a ton of stairs, B, I just don't think it'd look very good. So that's why we're gonna go for a bit more of a flat roof, because I think just with the structure of the mansion, I just think it'll look better. But unfortunately, I didn't really think about that soon enough, and I kind of made, where is it? Yeah, I made like, I don't know, 7,500. I would say probably closer to 8,000 stairs, which would only be about half of what I'd actually need to cover this whole mansion. But also, it would look extremely weird because the entire mansion in height, from 89 down to 64, that's 25 blocks. So that'd look really weird if we have a roof that's just like 80 to 90 blocks tall. It would just look extremely weird. So there's not going to be an attic portion. There will be a basement, which we'll dig out later. We're not going to worry about it now. We're actually going to get the entire interior done, and then we'll work on the basement. Yeah, so I think we're just going to go for a bit more of a flat roof, and I can definitely see the inspiration between this and a woodland mansion. We'll just ignore that. Yeah, so we're going to go for a bit more of a flat roof, but I still think it's going to look really, really good. And yeah, we already got a bunch of oak logs that we can convert to planks that we're going to use for the roof. Oh, and I did a little bit of terraforming, just kind of, I haven't tackled this yet. This is going to be really hard to do, as I'm probably going to have to mine out most of this. But not all of it, just most of it. But I terraformed, oh hey, all the grass grew. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but anyway, yeah, so I kind of just terraformed this. If you do remember, well, actually, yeah, basically this was all stone, and then this, it kind of like started here and was kind of like a bit more of like what this is like. And I haven't terraformed this side yet, but I will later. And I also, and then next I terraformed this, which you might have noticed. I'm not entirely done with it, as you can see, but you know what, it's fine. Yeah, so it looks a little bit more rugged, a little bit more cleaner. And then I also just added a bit of dirt here, not anything crazy. Haven't even finished it, I just added a bit more dirt, just that way it looks a little bit cleaner. I really like how it looks. This is easily the greatest build I've ever made in my life already, and I'm not even done with it. I also just haven't built anything like this, or really just any major buildings, in a really, really long time, so I'm just really happy with how this came out, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I just think this looks really, really good. Now, of course, if you disagree with me, then you disagree with me, but this is my subjective opinion. I really like the look of this. So now we're going to build the roof. So for this, again, like I said earlier, I'm not going to go for like a traditional roof like this that uses stairs. I don't have stairs on me, so that's just going to do. I'm not going to go for something like that. I'm going to go for a bit more flat, kind of like what's already here. We're just going to raise it like we're going to do like probably a bit here. We're probably just going to like fill in these corners up a block, and then everything else probably up like another block. So I think it's gonna look really good, and I think it'll complement the already very rectangular and flat kind of structure, because had I just made it just a pure rectangle, then I could do like a stair slab kind of combination for the roof, but it would look a little weird. But also with these little like divots, if I was to make an overhang, it would look incredibly strange. So I just think it's going to look better if we do a bit more of a flat roof. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into building. and oh my gosh, the entire exterior is finished. Let's go. It doesn't add much, but it also adds quite a bit at the same time. Let's go, dude. We finally finished the exterior, and that includes the roof. Baby zombie, Bilza. Oh my gosh, dude. This took so long. I didn't even have enough in the 2 shulkers. I actually had to go get more. Like, look, see? Boom, and boom. We used more than 2 shulkers. Oh my gosh, that took forever. I've done the math. This has taken 110,000 blocks to place. At this point, I don't even remember if I said anything last episode about, like, next video being, like, a really, really big video. This is easily already the biggest video I've ever made, and we're not even done yet. So, now we are going to move on to something else. Actually, we are going to take a bit of a break from building, and you'll see what it is in just a second. What we do next is going to be the most dangerous thing we've done in this world. Just want to make that very clear. I feel very ready. I think I can do this. But boy, we are loaded out beyond our minds. We literally have 7 totems. This is going to be the most dangerous thing we've ever done. I kid you not when I say this. The future of the whole world is on the line here, okay? If we die, we're done. Okay. I understand that I haven't explained exactly what we're doing, but we are going to raid a piglin bastion. Yeah, we're going to be raiding a piglin bastion. Why? We don't have netherite yet, if you haven't noticed, and I really, really want netherite. I have plenty of netherite ingots, but I don't have the netherite upgrade template, which you can only get at piglin bastions, so now, I don't know where one is, so we're going to have to do a bit of exploration. And a thing to note about the nether on Bedrock, it is very laggy. Okay, I don't remember exactly if there are specific biomes where the bastions are more likely to spawn. I believe if they are, the biome in question... Oh, this is another fortress. I do believe if there is another biome, like if there's a biome that's more like low, okay. Alright. Get blocks. Get totem. The main thing I'm worried about, yep, those guys. Piglin brutes. I don't want to find out how much damage they do, because I know that they do a ton, and I mean a ton of damage. In fact, okay, okay, he just died. We just need one. We only need one. Now, we're not going to get it from these chests, but I do... Oh. I can hear the rest. I can hear piglins. It's, oh, the whole gang's here. The reason why we got the lava is so we can do this. That's why we got the lava. I didn't realize you could get it in this chest. Okay, that just made this whole journey like 5 times easier. This is okay. I thought you had to get it. I thought you had to get it in the like chests, like the chests in the center with all the magma cube, like the magma cube spawners and the gold blocks. I didn't realize you could just find it in here. Okay, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take that. No, like this is great. We literally, okay, I'm gonna grab the snout banner pattern because it looks cool. Okay, I literally think we're done here. Okay, yeah, we literally. Now, just for fun, we are gonna. Oh, wait, you can only carry one at a time. Well, glad I brought the shulkers. And there's a gold helmet in there if I want it. Oh, and I'm also gonna put the Soul Speed 3 book. Yeah, okay, so we just got 2 upgrades. Upgrade templates. I'm gonna go get more. Oh, where's the lava? Yeah, I thought this was gonna be way, way harder. But I didn't realize you could just find the template right here. But now we can get netherite, which is very... Oh, I'm gonna take that. And I'll take the iron, too. Okay, yeah, there's literally another one here. And there's another banner pattern. The banner patterns look cool, that's why I'm taking it. So, we are gonna explore the rest of this, because I haven't raided a piglin bastion and survived before, so why not just do it now? Because we are literally stacked out of our mind. We can literally get netherite as soon as we get home, because we have plenty of ingots. And we can kind of use lava as our little, you know, path maker. Okay, so this is the one. This is not the one that I was thinking it was. Gold block. I'm gonna grab that. You best believe I will. Yes, it's gonna get a lot of angry piglins, but... Oh! Okay. I did not check. That jump scared me so much. I had no clue how much damage they did. Oh, another double chest. Diamond shovel. Ooh. That armor trim looks... Well, it's not even an armor trim. Ancient debris. Okay, we will gladly take that. So while I feel really good that we got what we wanted, we still aren't completely safe yet because, yeah, oh. This guy's having a bit of a rough day. Oh! Karma. Karma. That's karma for you. Oh, I can't grab the lava. Okay, I'm gonna collect this gilded blackstone because it's rare and it looks cool. I think it's one of the only blocks of blackstone, if not the only one, that you can't just make through a stone cutters. Like, you have to find it. Okay, so we are gonna attempt to fly. We're gonna fly this way, and we're gonna loot the bastion up here. Yes, I'm glad. So far this has been very easy, and I'm very, very glad that it has been very easy. That literally on the first chest, we didn't have to like go searching through multiple bastions just to try to find the one thing we're looking for. I don't think there's any more chests, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back. I'm just gonna dig out this way. I don't think there's any more. I'll go through here, but I don't think, I mean, apart from Gilded Blackstone. I really like Gilded Blackstone. I don't think there's any more. Okay, so I think we just now, I think this is probably an easier bastion type, to be fair, but still I'm very glad that we got what we came here for. And I think now, if we looted everything, we can just go ahead, head back home. Well, not really, because there's one more thing that I want to do. Okay, and there's literally another fortress here. You cannot make this up. This is exactly also what I needed here. Now, yes, there's blazes, you know, cool stuff. Did I just one-shot him? Sharp 5 does that? Dang. I know I can one-shot these guys, but I can one-shot blazes too? Oh, ruined portal. Here, let's go to that. Lodestone, axe. Okay, not much. So we also came here, so we came to the fortress because we need wither skeleton skulls, because at the end of this video, I'm going to be spawning in the wither and try to kill it. Despite... Oh, that was a lot of knockback. That almost... I'm not saying that was almost it, but... Oh, oh wow, so now... Uh-oh. Okay, this is actually getting kind of dicey. And then the blaze as well. This is not... Okay, not looking good. Let's just shoot from afar. We can literally one-shot these guys. And if you one-shot a piglin, the rest of them don't get mad. So that way, okay, now there's just wither skeletons here, which is what we want. Because we have to kill a lot of these guys. Okay, I don't know if I was hit by a brute, but he just did like half a heart of damage. But I know that they have a ton of health, so... That has all the chests in the center. No, it doesn't. Thought it was a treasure, but it's not. That's fine, though. There's still a ton of loot here that I think we will find useful. 4 gold blocks. Oh, shoot. Wait, how much damage do you do? I need to know. A full heart. Okay. You know what? That's actually less than I was expecting. I was expecting him to do, like, 4 hearts or something. Because, like, they're supposed to do a ton of damage. Look, see, I'm on hard mode right now. Now, obviously I'm not a speedrunner. I don't have the layout of Bastion memorized. I don't know where all the gold blocks, where all the chests are. Like, I'm not going to start digging in the walls and try to find gold blocks. I had no clue that Bastion even... Wait, where did I bridge? Oh, wait, another chest right here. Another upgrade. That's what we want. We got 5 upgrades right now, and I'm totally fine to use diamonds to make... So either this is a whole different part of the Bastion that I just... Or that's all just, like, walls. Oh, I'm not out of rockets, am I? Oh, I sure hope I'm not. Hold on. Oh, my... Wait. Okay, I did it. I didn't plan for that. So... Okay. I mean, I'm definitely just gonna have to make a pit stop at home, get more rockets, and then come back. Now, this is gonna be very dangerous. I think I can do it, though. Here's okay, nothing. Not even worth my time. This is gonna be close. Okay, we're good. Oh! It propelled me. But... that still wasn't a good thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna dig up. I thought I had way more rockets. I didn't realize because I planned for, like, I over-prepared, and then I just forgot rockets. Do I have... No. There's my portal. Alright, let's just get more rockets real quick, and then... Oh, wait. We can make our armor netherite now. Like, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so I know we take these. We can use diamonds to duplicate them. There we go. Alright, a lot of diamonds used, but you know what? It's fine. And then do we just... Oh, and then we need our ingots, which we have right here. Yeah, we're finally making our stuff netherite. Hey, and we keep the armor trim. Let's go. We officially have netherite. Yeah. Hold on. And then we should have another shovel. I think it might be back at the base, at the new base, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. We'll just go ahead and chuck these in here. Let's go. We got netherite. I wish I could dual wield. This is the best I can do. And also with, if you know now, I can officially say this with the armor trim. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then don't worry about it. All right, now let's get some more rockets. No clue where. Yeah. Netherite. Okay, so this is our home fortress. This is the fortress I believe that I was at for to get the blaze rods we originally needed to kill the Ender Dragon, you know? That was back in like episode 3. So currently, yeah, our current goal is to get all the Wither Skeleton skulls. And I think this fortress is like a mix between enclosed and open, which is going to be good. So we have this blaze spawner. Like the blaze spawners here, I'm not going to break for XP just because, well, they're my, in case I want to make like a blaze farm in the future, if that's something I decide on doing. Also, no, I guess I probably should have emptied my inventory. I guess I should have emptied out the shulker instead of just carrying it around with me, but yeah, all these chests. Okay, this might be either I never was here, or this is a brand new fortress that I just now discovered. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is the original fortress. I just never looked in that chest. I guess probably saw this, didn't think there was anything. That's my guess. Let's go! Let's go. We got the first one. That was so random. I was not expecting that at all. But after a lot of kills, finally got our first one. I have an idea. I'm gonna do something. I think it's gonna be really smart. So here's currently the settings of the world. So originally this was at 10 chunks. I don't remember exactly why I set it to 10 chunks, but I did. But basically what the simulation distance is yeah, like it says right here, loads and applied changes within a range of 64 by 64 blocks from the player. Basically when you have it at 10 chunks, basically if you know anything about Minecraft, you know that there is a mob cap, pretty much. It's the amount of mobs that could spawn in any given area. Usually that's technically it's within your render distance, but really it's within your simulation distance, which means basically with this on, mobs can spawn up to 160 by 160 blocks from the player on like a spawnable block. Now, what most videos about farms, like mob farms specifically, will tell you is they'll say to go with 4 chunks because they can only spawn within a range of 64 by 64 blocks. So yes, it gives them less areas to spawn. It means whenever they do spawn, you'll get a lot more because there just won't be as many spawnable blocks in your simulation distance compared to this. So we are going to set it to 4 chunks. We are going to, hopefully, that will lead to more rates. So we can get more wither skeletons, therefore leading to more skulls. Now usually whenever you AFK for a farm, you'll have, like specifically a mob farm that you AFK for, they'll usually tell you to set your simulation distance to 4 chunks to get more rates, and if not, usually the comments do. But it's something that I've recently just been setting to default as like 4, just because you get way more rates from it. Now this isn't like this right here. Basically, yeah, you just get a lot more spawns. So this should be. So we should be getting more. We should be getting more wither skeletons, which is gonna lead to more skeletons. Means more chances that we have to get the skulls, and then that'll pretty much mean it'll take us less time to get the skulls than it would have otherwise. Oh my gosh, no way we just got it that quickly. Like, it's literally been like 3 minutes since I got the other skull. That's actually wild. Yo, what? We just got the last skull. Oh, okay, we're done. We can head back. We can go home now. Yay! Okay, so now that we got netherite and now that we got the 3 wither skulls that we need, we can now move on to building the interior of the base. And keep in mind, we will be fighting the wither at the end of this video, so keep watching, please. I need the watch time desperately. First thing we need to do, we need to get some birthday candles in here, bro. Like, oh my gosh, this is bad. Just so that way there's no mobs. So I just spent quite a bit of time just trying to get some materials together. So the first room here is actually going to be a dining room. With the sheer scale of this, we're gonna need a bunch of, you know, real life rooms just because it'll not only take up space, but it'll also be a bit more functional. Oh, it's raining outside. So yeah, it'll just be a lot more functional. I think it's gonna be a lot nicer. So I am not, there's literally fog, that's insane. So I'm not the best at building interiors, but I'm just gonna work with what I have and then hope that it looks good. Alrighty. First block of the interior. Let's go. I want this to be like circular. I just think it'd look really cool if it was a circular dining room. We're just gonna go with all dark oak planks just for now, until we have a design that we like. Man, building circles in Minecraft it's not easy. I can tell you firsthand, this is not easy. I guess we can just do one layer. So that way it's easier to like replace pretty much. Now I might have to break into here because I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. Like I think I probably should have made this like 12 or 13 blocks per layer instead of 7. But you know what, we'll just work with what we have. And I'm not going to worry about taking up a bunch of space because I have a lot of space to work with. So this is going to be the size of the dining room, and this bit is going to go, and that's going to lead into the kitchen. So like this, so there's going to be an area here that's going to be a kitchen. And the reason why the dining room is like circular is just because, well, also it's literally just me in this world. So I don't need a absolutely massive dining room. Now, of course, I say that, and I have a house that's like 4 times bigger than an American football field, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, now that we got the basic shape, I think I'm going to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start working on the arch. That's gonna, yeah, we're already going to have to break into here. Oh, hello. And I think, ooh, this would be really cool if it was like a dome. Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, that would be awesome if this was like a dome. Did I get the Enderman angry? I did. Oh, wait, did I get him? He's gone now. Probably went to the 3rd floor. Oh, there you are. That could not have been closer. He literally lagged. Bro, this guy, the creeper literally lagged. Place is literally a mob farm, dude. I did not call the exterminator, bro. Okay. So now we just dug a massive hole in the ceiling. But it's alright. Okay, let's continue working on this arch. That is not correct. Okay, so... Okay. I like that arch. That looks good. Yeah, so it's gonna be... Primarily, the main block is gonna be stone bricks. Oh, and then wait, hold on. What if we break this? Okay, but just... Let me cook, okay? Let me get some stairs. Yeah. It gives off the illusion that it's like a half slab or something when it's just stairs. Okay, I like the look of that. Alright, now we are gonna try to see if this works. I have the mouse, I have the... Oh, it works! Oh, this is a glorious day. Let's go. This actually works. Okay, because obviously it works on Java, which is why people use it. But it doesn't, for whatever reason, work on Bedrock. So I just kind of have to, like, spam click, but I can build. This is amazing. Basically, this is, like, just the best way of, like, shuffling blocks. But now, like, it's pretty much, like, basically truly random. Anyway, we can now break this. I think I'm probably just gonna... Well, no, that would just mess everything up. Maybe I should have, like, shifted this over by a block or something just so I could... There we go. So we're gonna build this up probably... I think we're gonna build this up probably, like, another... I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks, and we're gonna ignore the arch for now. Yeah, we're gonna build it up like 2 to 3 blocks, and then we're gonna start kind of caving it in, making it more like a dome. So, like, yeah, maybe up to there. And if you're curious about the mouse that I'm using that's able to pretty much do this effect, I have the Logitech G502 Hero, so that's just kind of, that pretty much, but any mouse that has, like, a button that you can pretty much turn off the, like, scroll wheel limiter or whatever it's called, so where the scroll wheel just goes, like, endlessly, that's the kind of mouse you need to be able to do something like what I'm doing with, where I'm just, like, swiping past the inventory a ton. I think I'm gonna now do this arch. Oh, and then we're just gonna have to get some stairs for that. I do hope this turns out well because I'm kind of building this with zero plan whatsoever. I just planned out what materials I was gonna get, and that's basically it. I don't even know how to build a dome. I just kind of left those 2 gaps so we can get up and go to where we need to. No, 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 no. Don't tell me that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How? How did we do this? How could we have possibly messed this up that badly? Something's off because this should not be even. This should line up. We can salvage this. Okay. I think we salvaged it okay. Does doing this fix anything? Oh no, that just gives it 4 when there's supposed to be... Plus, wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6? Wait, this is actually so confusing though. Oh wait, there's an extra... This was supposed to be here. Bro, what is going on? I'm actually... Oh, was this an extra? What if we bring this entire thing a block back? Does this solve... It also might solve this. We'll need to repair that, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Why is this 3? Wait, when did this become 3? Bro, I'm actually so confused. Okay. I think I'm just gonna tear this down and then do it again, which I really don't want to do. But, I mean, I don't have another choice, so I think I have to. I mean, I knew building domes were tough, but, like... It also kind of doesn't help that I've never really built a dome before, but, like, oh my gosh, dude. But also, I think having 2 of the walls be this really doesn't help. We're gonna try this again. Let's just start here. So this is the entrance. It's a... No, honestly, I like it. I like it. I'm also just happy that I was able to build a circle. So yeah, we're just gonna go with this, and we know that it's symmetrical all around, so we're gonna try to make this work. We need to make an arch. I'll do that last. One more layer. Two and a half hearts with an iron sword is crazy. So I want to have this go up. Okay, this is the first ever dome I've built in my life. So I don't think this looks too bad. Alright, so now we have finished the, I guess, exterior of the dining room. I kind of like this arch that I made. Yeah, I like how it looks. This is the first ever dome that I built, so it doesn't look great, but I don't think it looks that bad. What I'm gonna do, now I'll just do the same thing on the other side. I just wanted to fix that real quick. And I think I'm going to now, like, how does that look? That looks cleaner. I like that better. And I think I'm gonna move my stuff. Like, I'm gonna move this stuff. I'm gonna move it all inside. Yeah, I should probably light this up as well. Okay, that looks... Wait a minute. Okay, wait, that actually looks better. See, it kind of looks like a little, like, cavern, I guess, but... whatever, it's fine. Anyway, so now I'm gonna get a lot more of these materials out. It's these two right here. I think candles would also work really, really well, but we don't have honeycombs yet, so I haven't really bothered to make a bee farm, so I think end rods are just gonna have to work. Took a little bit of end city. Took quite a bit of end cities to get this many. Alright, so that is very bright. That should illuminate the area. There we go. Alrighty. Very dark. This is a bit of like a more rundown kind of place. I'm not even gonna lie. Sure, I'll go with wool. Why not? Give it some character. Alright, so I think we're done with the dining room. It's a little interesting, but I think it still looks pretty good. I like the lanterns. I definitely went probably a little overboard, and the designs, well, it's not entirely even, but you know what? I don't really care. This base is just the greatest build I've ever made. It doesn't have to be the greatest build ever made. Just the greatest build that I've ever made. So, and I'm not a good builder, so I am very happy with how this is looking. And I think we're going to go ahead and move on to the next room. Alrighty, so also I was at the raid farm, which explains the XP. Now we are going to build the kitchen, and we got some materials already. This is going to be pretty similar But I want it to be entirely stone bricks this time, and it's also going to be square, and it's not going to be like a dome like this, which I don't know what I'm going to do back here, because this is like a bit of a weird area. I don't know, I might do something, I might just leave it blank, I'm not even sure. Alright, so I think we'll start it like right here. But what we're going to do, we're going to build a hallway. So there, I'm planning on there being 2 entrances. So there's going to be this entrance, and there's going to be an entrance right here, just so that, you know, you're able to get into the kitchen without having to go through the dining room. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the lanterns and then we'll have it right here. Okay. Okay, this is a bit of a bigger kitchen. Okay, so it's 21 by 28, which is pretty big, I'm not even gonna lie. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is get this floor situated. Okay, there we go. So now we're kind of in more of like a kitchen-y floor, you know? It looks a little cleaner, and we have some concrete and stuff left over. And just remember, I kind of just eyeballed a lot of this stuff. I never actually really gathered, I never guessed that I was gonna need a specific amount of a material. I kind of just was like eyeballing it, basically. So yes, that does end up meaning that I'm gonna end up gathering a lot more materials than I probably need to. It's all right, because I gathered way too many end rods. I can use those for future builds. Now, these rooms don't look great now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they look pretty bad, but they will look better because we're gonna kind of pretty much essentially have like a big hallway. I just haven't, you know, built the hallway yet, but it's gonna look a little cleaner than how it currently looks. Because right now it looks pretty bad. Oh, it's a new way of building very fast. Wait, that is actually a really, really fast building. For now, we're just going to place some birthday candles, you know. Okay, and here's just kind of the room that's finished. We're actually going to go and really quick get this, and we're going to fill out the interior of the kitchen. Just some we need some, and I think that's almost all the materials. Oh, a jukebox. We gotta have a jukebox. Alrighty, so I think we might be able to have something here. Frames around here. Add a bit more, you know, personality. I think we should also probably get a light here. What? Y'all seeing this? What? Am I just not reacting fast enough? Okay, what? Hold on. Wait, what is going on? Hold on. What is going on? I don't care that I'm wasting. What? I almost had it. Wait. Yo, it is just like... Hold on, let me try something. What? But I can fly up to the south. Okay, okay, this was a bad idea. They won't fall down here, right? They'll just kind of... They probably don't even see me anymore. That was strange. Well. Also, I don't even... Is this the deep dark? I don't know. I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to build a bathroom next. So we're going to... It's not going to be anything big or anything. Genuinely, I think this is big enough. Like, this does not need to be big. Yeah, I think I kinda gathered a little bit too much in materials. But you know what? It's fine. Alright, let's get some lighting in here. We are gonna go for a bit more... I think we're gonna make this white as well. But we are gonna go for a bit more of like a modern lighting, because traditionally in a house you want more of like a modern bathroom rather than like an old bathroom. Just like a kitchen, you know, you want it to be a bit more modern, so that's why, like, with the kitchen, we went for a bit more, you know, I mean, yeah, there's stone bricks, which I guess could make it maybe look a little more primitive or something, but we definitely made it fairly modern by using, like, concrete and stuff, a bit of quartz, and I guess here you could do, like, the white and black alternating if you wanted to, but I don't really think that's necessary, but I do think what is necessary is the lighting. We're also going to have it hanging from the sky, or from the ceiling. Okay, I mean, that's basically the whole room, but what we're gonna do, we are gonna have a really cool effect. So, and I'll explain the effect later, but first we need to actually, you know, build the bathroom. So, the toilet's gonna go right here, we're gonna do this, and then we are going to... I need that to be going down. Okay, good. Cover that up, we got, you know, a toilet. And what we're actually gonna do, I have a bit of an idea. You know what? We got the iconic Minecraft painting. Let's just go with that. I'm sure we'll add, you know, a bit of carpet. Alright, so the cool effect that we're doing is that we are actually going to be duplicating this room 1 over. So it's not going to be 2 bathrooms, but it's actually going to be a reflection of 1 bathroom. Yeah, I think... Oh wait, the barrel. The barrel's missing. Boom, there's the barrel, and that's the bathroom, I'm pretty sure. End rod, I keep forgetting about that end rod. There we go. And now, it is complete. The items, I think what we're gonna do is that, when we're done with all the, actually building, we are going to actually, you know, go in and fill all these dispensers and stuff, and fill chests with items, just so it, you know, it's like someone's actually living in here. We're not just building this for a video, because we're not just building this for a video. I'm actually gonna live here. So the next room we will build is going to be a theater room. While it is a lot more of a vanity room, you could say that for all the rooms on the first floor, and that's actually my intention. See, the first floor is actually going to be vanity rooms, like rooms you'd find in a real house. Because if I'm going to be honest, Minecraft players don't typically need a dining room. We'll just eat wherever we are. The second floor is going to be my personal room, so that'll have things like my bedroom, memorabilia, and other things. The third floor will have all the farms, but the main site of the third floor will be the villager trading hall. That's coming up soon, and I promise it'll be insane. But currently the theater room will be just reserved for watching videos, or just whenever I want to come use it. Okay, so I did just add some glowstone to the screen to make it appear brighter and illuminated. Oh, wait. I just realized it'd be really cool to have like an on and off switch for the lights, so we could have the lights on when we aren't using it, but turn the lights off for cinematic viewing. Yo, this will actually work really well if we can do this. I'm going to start with the ceiling lights. And there we go, the ceiling lights do in fact work. Now the floor lights will be a little bit harder because of the fact that, remember when we, like way back, when we were placing dirt to cover the water so we can build Yeah, we kind of have to break some of it. Now, it shouldn't be too bad, but it's still going to be pretty annoying. So we need to make a 2-block high tunnel so that we can get through, and I'll make the tunnel bigger as we move on to the lights further away from the lever. So now we got everything wired up, and now it should work. Wait. Okay, the ceiling lights work fine, but the floor lights don't work. Why is that? I... So if you know anything about redstone, you would know that redstone torches provide a constant stream of energy, if you will, that constantly powers something. And it can also serve as a redstone line extender, or so I thought, because each torch was used as an extender, but it's actually a component that is by default turned on, so the lever would be useless because the torch is just going to keep the light on, because it acts as a redstone signal starter thing. I did not explain that very well, but whatever. So after a bit of time, I've come up with something. Basically, a redstone block is another component that is always on and can power something. So I basically was like, what if I used a sticky piston that moves the block when I powered the lever? I realize now that this is actually really simple, but dang. When I came up with that, though, I thought I was a redstone genius. Now that we got the lights figured out, we need to build some seats. Now, they aren't going to be the most comfortable seats, but I imagine we probably won't be in here very often, so that's why I'm building it like this. And there we go. That is the finished theater room complete with working lights, and now we can sit and watch GPD videos, because what else would we do in here? So let me just speed run through the next 2 rooms that we build really quick. So we build one bedroom that has like a red and white color. I built this just because I'm kind of running out of ideas for things to put. I could maybe put another bathroom, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Current finished bedroom for the first floor. Yeah, it's not anything crazy. Just, yeah. I built a second room. It looks like a burger, I know. I built a second bedroom. So now we got all of this space left, and I got no clue what I'm going to do with it. But you know what? I'll think of something. Man, what are you guys doing here? And also, I laid this down because, main hallway that's going to go through here. So, you know what, let's go ahead and get work on whatever's going to go here. A lot of materials for this. And we're trying to make this, like, super dingy, like, worn down. Why? Good question. I wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to use the stone bricks. I think this will work just fine, what I have here. I'm going to do my little trick again. Though actually, I think I got to move these. But I'm not, this isn't going to be insanely big. So the strategy here was to make a very, like, small and kind of, yeah, very dingy kind of room. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to add walls to kind of make it seem, like, smaller. Just add, yeah, just kind of, no one say really pointless, but it's to really make it seem more enclosed. Almost maze-like, but, like, not really. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, and we don't want it to be very big or anything. Definitely, like, need some torches and some lanterns to really, like, sell the effect of, like, this just old, run-down place. We're gonna add little details. I think there may have been a few. Too many pressure plates, probably. Maybe not, actually. I think, like, some, like, blank hanging signs would be pretty cool. That might be enough. I don't think I need 4. Something I was gonna add is like, yeah, break a bunch of random holes. And then we're going to fill them in with slabs or stairs. Just like one or two of these. Maybe like a cauldron because we're gonna do a little water effect. And then I got 2 water buckets because we're gonna make like a water feature, but the big thing that we're gonna need a lot of, yes, vines. We are gonna, don't worry, I'm not going all out for this just to not have vines and all sorts of cobwebs everywhere. Ring, just so it doesn't spill everywhere. But I want it to be like leaking. There we go, water drops. I was waiting to see some water drops. Yeah, put some water in here. Just make it everywhere. Super messy. I think that's this room complete. I honestly think we're done. Maybe I went a little overboard with it, but I do actually really like how it looks. And the next room we are going to build is going to be swimming pool. We got a lot of materials, and we're just going to make this look really, really good. But actually, yeah, let's build the room first, but there's going to be a bit more redstone that I think is going to look really cool. So what I think it should do is the room should start off like darker, so we have this like dark blue, and then we'll have like that, and then we'll have the light blue, and then we'll have the white to cap everything off. That's kind of what I want to do. Okay, so we have just finished the room. And I know with the lighting, yeah, we got glowstone. I know like prismarine and sea lanterns would look so much better, but currently we haven't found an ocean monument yet, but if we do find one, then we'll definitely like loot it, and then I'll come back and fix this. Now this isn't working. Oh my gosh, we built this a block too low. No, we didn't. Hold on, I need some stained glass. Now we're good. The heck? Why is it just now stop working? I literally tested this 5 minutes ago and it was working just fine. Bro, what is going on? I literally tested this like 5 minutes ago. It worked perfectly fine. I swear this worked when I tested this. Oh my gosh, it works. But now this doesn't work. Okay, so it has to do with the ticking of the redstone, which I don't know how that plays a role, but I guess it does. But the point is, now we got our little arrow, and it looks really good, so I'm happy with it. There we go. Now we got a cool little entrance, you know. Okay. Finally, I got it working. So let's place the materials in here. And we're going to replace this with white concrete. That's what the floor is going to be. So we got like a very, very rough image kind of. Smooth stone looks good. I think we'll probably replace the majority of it with prismarine whenever we get the chance to. But like for now, I mean, this will work just fine. And then what we're gonna do, you're gonna break this real quick. And then we're just gonna get any block, which is just gonna be just some dirt. And we'll make these slabs. So we know that like wherever the dirt is, that's where like the first layer of slabs are gonna go, and then since we only put one layer, everything else should just, you know, break pretty easily. What? Okay, that's really interesting. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I get a really weird feeling, you know, that like you're not supposed to. So there's the pool, and then okay, so it doesn't. Okay, but what confuses me is that this doesn't power it. Oh wait. Huh? Okay, so alright. I need to far enough yet, but once we get a repeater. Oh wait, we gotta connect it to the redstone torch. Aha. Oh well, now it's. Oh, okay, so it doesn't transport. Got you. Okay, I know what I need to do. Then we put a block. Boom. Wait. Okay, I was about to say, it would work anyway? No, it doesn't. But let's go, we got it figured out. Let's go! Yeah, we'll just leave it there, it's fine. Oh my gosh, and I need to raise this a block. Oh. Because I'm not doing the glass trick again. Wait. Okay, it still works. Perfect. Wait, I just replaced it right back where it was. I didn't even do anything. So I do need to, like, rewire all this. Okay, that is all 4 blocks. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, so wait. Huh? My guess is I have a bit of redstone that goes too close to the torch. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, that should fix it. No. Oh, wait, because these two aren't linked. Whoops. Okay. Then. Perfect! That was... There's definitely a simpler way to do this, but this is my way. So, yeah. Anyway, now, we're kind of stealing this from Stampy Cat. If you know, you know. Yeah. This is essentially a heated jacuzzi. Because who doesn't want a heated jacuzzi? It's a hot tub. That's essentially what it's a hot tub. Alrighty, so we got some paintings now. Get some sea pickles underwater. Let's get some lanterns from just extra... All the extra materials I have, I put over here. So now, if we break all the torches, do we need more lanterns? Because I can make more really easily. Maybe some, like, maybe just a bit of lighting, like, right here. Actually, I have glowstone. We can just put it in some arbitrary spots. Okay, so I think there is... This is already looking really, really good, but there's one more thing I want to add. Little chairs. Well, like, not little chairs, like little, like, sun beds. Kind of, I don't know. I don't think you... It's kind of like pretty much just chairs. There we go. Oh wait, I need some string. Wait, can you place? You can. I knew you could. Let me just make a little classic white bed. Or red bed. There we go. This is pretty much, actually I'm just gonna add these for, you know, if you need to store something. But there we go. I think that is the, apart from maybe this becoming prismarine and probably adding like sea lanterns, this is the finished swimming pool room. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And actually, oh, I need to turn this on real quick. There you go. So now you can walk in. So I worked on the house a little bit more off camera, and right now I'm just gonna go over the little changes that I made. I added these little like some staircases, you know, and also I spawn-proofed the second layer. And I also made this room 1 block smaller. because it was interfering with the staircase and I wanted it to be lined up with that one. So yeah, the only difference is I moved this by a block and the chest is now a single chest. I also just when I had off camera and added these signs, the glow ink stacks, just on both sides, you know. So yeah. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need an absolute ton of planks. We're gonna need like an absolute ton of planks, and we have a bunch because we mined up a little bit too much wood. Like boom, this is all that I have, and we're gonna get even more from whenever we mine out this area. But the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just pretty much gonna, wherever there's a layer, I'm just gonna add on to it, and then the entrances themselves we will do next. Okay, so now that we got pretty much the walls situated, let's go ahead and get the entrances. So this is the first floor, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of have like two, so we're obviously gonna have the hallway that's gonna go into the dining room, but we're also gonna have this over here, just because it's the staircase. Obviously we're gonna need a way to, you know, be able to access it. So we're going to do that as well. We are going to need to knock out a massive portion of the roof. Like, it looks like I'm going to have to knock out about 3,000 blocks. So, yeah. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to pretty much take this, copy it over here. Okay, so I don't have enough planks. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and knock out this roof. And then we'll be good. Alright, and with that, boom. I don't know exactly how many blocks have been dug out, but it's quite a lot. Yeah, you can see my frames. They're in shambles. And I even have a full inventory of planks. So we're just gonna go ahead, place all this real quick, and then we can continue working. Okay? And then now we're just gonna make the little, you know, entrances, and then I think we're gonna work on the chandelier, and then we're gonna do a bit of decorating for the, because, you know, these walls are extremely bland. They're just oak, nothing special. So I think getting some pillars on them and stuff like that, kind of like what we did here, just so it's like, you know, like how on the exterior it's just one big rectangle, but because of the pillars, it kind of makes it look a little, you know, it makes it look a little better. So I think I'm going to do the same thing with the inside. Now we can begin the chandelier. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the center. So first I'm going to find the center of this, and then I'm going to find the center of like the long side. So this is 150 blocks long. So we're going to need to go 75. So that's here. This block right here is the very middle. I went out and got some glowstone, but that footage corrupted, and I made a chandelier, but it looked absolutely horrible, so I took it down, and I decided that I was going to use end rods as well in the next chandelier that's actually going to look better. But I had used pretty much all of the end rods that I had for lighting in previous rooms, so I then headed to the end to collect some end rods for the chandelier. Okay, so we just got the materials and we also laid out a little design that I want for the chandelier. As you can see, we're going to put end rods and maybe a bit of glowstone, but for now, let's just take this, get up here, and begin building. I brought a lot of blocks because I know I'm not going to need them for the build itself. I'm going to need them for just kind of like scaffolding because I don't want to get scaffolders. I'm using blocks. Definitely gathered way too much glowstone, but whatever, I don't really care. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with this design. I'm happy with it. Now, we kind of didn't really justify the materials used versus the materials here. Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. Oh shoot. Yeah, I like the look of this. I think it definitely adds a lot of lighting, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. I think it looks pretty good. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on to the actual rooms. Well, not the actual rooms. So we got the entrances for the rooms right here. What we need to do is get like pillars and like decoration in this like big hallway, and then we can move on to the tunnels, the little mini, like I guess tunnels, if you will, that'll lead to different rooms in the house, and then we can move on to the second floor, which is right up here. All right, so we just got all the materials together, and we're gonna try to work out a design that we like for the pillars. So I think we're gonna space them. Okay, if we do like, we start here. So do that. We get slabs, and then get trapdoors. Whoa, wait, this looks good. Hold up. Wait. The only issue is that this starts off like sideways. So what I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna break this and I'm just gonna replace it real quick. Let's just hope that this all perfect. It's all like lined up. It all looks good. Just need to replace that. Oh wait, no, this was a stair. Okay, I think we're gonna go with something like that. As just like, this is just like pillars. This isn't gonna be entirely what's gonna go along the all of the walls. Now the issue is that we don't have things exactly lined up where like the same, like this is lined up, but like this, it's really weird, kind of like how like the little, you know, like tunnel things, like it's different for each side. Like this side has different room openings compared to this one, which is going to make the pillars potentially look weird. So we might space them like, I would say 12 blocks apart. Oh wait, that would be tough. Hold on. Yeah, that would look better. So from here we're gonna go 12. So 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so the next one's actually just gonna go right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 6 blocks of space between like each opening. I think it looked good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that's the last pillar. So we had to adjust the entrances to a few rooms. This was already, that's for the staircase for that room. Speaking of that, I'm gonna have to fix this. Or not. I don't know. But like the bathroom, as you can see that it originally lined up right here, but I had to move it. This room also had to have a shifted entrance. And I think that's the last one. Oh, and this one did too. So now that we got that, what we are gonna do, we are gonna get a bunch of fences, and we're gonna get a bunch of lanterns. Oh yeah, and I moved the storage just that way I could patch that up. Actually, let's use glowstone, because there's a lot of glowstone that we haven't used. Because I collected 7 stacks, but I only needed like 1. Not even 1, I used half a stack. Yeah, I made them 19 blocks apart, which works really well because it means that there's only 1 block that is a middle instead of 2. 4 blocks of space. And I think instead of just all this, we're gonna go with... No, we are not gonna go with that. Honestly, I might go with that. Okay, and that is the entirety of the lighting complete. These little, I mean, they look like umbrellas, and they don't even really look that good, but they look fine because it's in like a corridor kind of fashion. It's also thunderstorming outside, here and in real life. Anyway, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much gather some of these blocks. I'm gonna gather some more of these blocks, and I'm gonna kind of transition each room. Here, I did not explain that very well. I'll show you what I mean. There we go, kind of something like that, and we're also gonna get some... Oh wait, now I've been kind of closed off for my little storage stuff. I'm just gonna do that, make a very tiny entrance, just so I can, because I'm not gonna move all this stuff for a little while. The next room is this. We're gonna need some, and this one's gonna be a lot easier because it essentially already lines up. So I think what I'm gonna need to do is probably... Okay, what blocks are these again? Blue terracotta, that's a yellow, and that's black. I'm gonna go find a mesa, get some terracotta, maybe like a stack each, just to be safe, and then I'll come back. Oh! Oh! So we just got our first notch apple. Shoot, okay. This is what I'm looking for right here. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to find a notch apple, but, yeah, here we are. I don't know if you can find blue naturally. So I think what we're gonna have to do is just mine a stack of normal clay and then dye it blue when we get home. Alright, that's all we needed. We can head home now. Yeah, so we kind of just already went through all that carpet, and that's how far we got. So we're gonna need, like, a lot more wool from the sheep farm. Oh my gosh, we're almost out. Wait, are we? Or did I just store it in a chest by accident? It doesn't look like we have very much left. Wait, can you dye carpet? I have carpet. You can't dye carpet. That's good to know. So I was like, wait, what if I just turn all this into white carpet and then turn that into carpet I need? This is a bit concerning considering that is all that I have. What I have right now, this is all that I have for the carpet. So this is a bit of a concern. This is all of the wool that my sheep farm has ever produced. It's all right here. So I am out. So what I need to do, I need to actually go AFK at my wool farm for like a very, very long... I think I'm just gonna add more. I'm gonna add like a bunch more. Okay, so as you can see, we got a bunch more wool, and now we officially have all of the wool that we need. Now, there is one more thing. We didn't have enough sheep. So what I did is, I did the logical thing and added 12 more. So we have 16 automatic sheep farms going right now. And it's working great. Let's finish off this first floor. I'm so ready to be done. I just want to move on to my own personal space. Oh, we need like 2 stacks. Oh, you are joking. We still don't have enough. Oh my gosh, it is. 28 carpet to spare. Oh, okay. That's the last big thing. Now what we have to do is just simply grab the glowstone and put it where underneath the carpet where it needs to be. Oh. Oh my gosh, we did it. That's the entire first floor officially complete. Complete with 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, a home movie theater, an old dusty attic sort of area bathroom, 1 staircase up to the 2nd floor, 2 staircases up to the 2nd floor, a kitchen, an indoor swimming pool, and lastly, even though it was the very first room we built in this, a dining room. So now that we got the first floor fully complete, now we can begin progress on the 2nd floor, which is going to be like my personal room. So now we should move on to the enchantment room. I plan on making it almost entirely out of wool, and it's going to have a lot of storage for enchantment books and a full enchanting setup inside of the room. Ooh, you know what would be cool? If we got the books to rise whenever, you know, like pull a lever, it shouldn't be that hard to create. And there we go, the books now rise and fall at the touch of a lever. Now that we got all the books placed, we need to make the storage for the enchanted books to go into. So we'll just place a ton of chests, and that really should be all that we need. The chests do need to be labeled, so I went ahead and just placed all the signs that show where each book will go. And mending, since it's clearly the best enchantment, will go in its own spot behind the enchantment table. And I do need to go get some glow ink sacks so the text will lighten up and it'll just look like a lot cleaner, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a water cave and just kill a bunch of glow squids. And there we go. The enchantment room is complete, and now I do have a super quick thing that I want to do. Let's just place the walls that will be for the 2nd floor, as I intend to have the same thing as the 1st floor with walls on the sides. That's like one big hallway with rooms going into the walls. Next thing we're gonna do is knock out the floor because I calculated it. Not really, I just happened to get pretty lucky. Yeah. If I was to build this one, I could knock out this right here, this block right here, and have it be part of the house, well, part of my room if I wanted to. But if I go one more block over, then I'm gonna be right in the middle of the theater. Very glad with how how I happened to choose to build this. We will add some more light. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, this one could, like, it could go either way. Honestly, no, I like it. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. Well, actually, we kind of need this. And we're gonna have to get our little friend, our little minecart. And also we can like dig into the wall. That's as far as we can go. You know what? Right after I finish this, let's just go ahead and take a quick moment to enjoy Minecraft sunrise. Man, isn't it beautiful. Okay, time's up, back to building. Yeah, we're just gonna hope that this doesn't start a fire hazard, but yeah, we are going to, we are going to make, funny enough, we are actually gonna put the very first door in this whole house. This door right here. This door right here is the very first door that I've placed in this house. Because, whoa, that's a lot of brown sheep. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but look, all of these are openings. And yes, you could technically count these two as the very first doors placed, but those are used for seating. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind, this is a door right here, which makes sense. It's the second ever door. There's 11 rooms in this house so far, and only 2 doors have been placed. Okay, so we are going to build a fireplace right here. So I got a bunch of different types of quartz that I managed to get. And let's just try to, so I think we're gonna put the 2 campfires right here. Okay, I actually do really like the look of this. I think it'd be cool having the pillars go all the way. Then I'm also gonna replace this with just regular quartz. I think it would be a really, really cool detail. Okay, we do that. Yeah, I want to put like slabs in the back, so it also gives like a pretty cool effect. Yo, that looks sick. And then what we're gonna do to finish this off, we're gonna put 2 glowing item frames. One is for the shovel to extinguish it, and one is for the flint and steel. I think I'm gonna just let that kind of go to the top of the house. Thought I had multiple. Probably not. There we go. There we go. I like the look of this. I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna put that there. There we go. Just like a little. Actually, no. Let's get rid of the corners. There we go. I think I like the look of that. That looks solid. I completely forgot about one last thing, and to get that, we're actually gonna have to sleep. So, the first thing is we get to sleep in our brand new bedroom, which is really nice. Okay, so now that it's day. Now we already have a fair amount of leather, so we don't need to kill a ton more cows, but I still need to kill some. There we go. Alright, that should be all the leather that we need. Why I have 20 lecterns, and the reason for that is we're going to put one there, and then we're going to use it as the balcony. And we're gonna have one left. We're gonna use it as a balcony, basically. And with that, our bedroom is fully complete now. So now the next room we are going to move on to is the map room that's gonna be over here. Boo. Did I scare you? Anyway, yeah, things look a little bit different. As you can see, vibrant visuals are currently on, and as you can see, there is no way to turn them off. What I was gonna do is just keep them off for the sake of continuity. You're pretty much stuck with it looking like this. You probably like it though. However, this does reveal something about this episode. This episode in particular has taken so long to make that you want to know what was new whenever I began this video? The Spring to Life update. It was 2 weeks old. I started production back in like early April. Now we're in the middle of July. We're building a super smelter. We're actually building 2 of them because I don't think one is fast enough. There we go. That is the super smelter officially complete. Just, you know, off camera, we got the materials for the auto sorter, but also I just wanted to build this quick little hallway and get the walls in for the 2nd floor. Yeah, so right here is going to be an auto sorter, and I'm building an auto sorter because I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah, anytime we place chests down, it kind of just turns into whatever this is. And I don't want that, so I'm gonna fix that. Which is why we're building the auto sorter. And that's for what we're gonna put around it. So, yeah, right here. I kind of realized that nobody would see the front, so I'm kind of making the handle of the chest on the inside doesn't look as good. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. So I have a bit of explaining to do. So yeah, this building does look a little bit different. What's right like around me? This is the trading hall. I built this for obvious reasons, and that is to get villagers. Now, this does seem really random because it's like, oh, why didn't you show any of this on camera? This is Exhibit A, but basically, I got roughly 150 villagers, and I transported them all into this trading hall. And I finished, everything was fine, it was going to make a great segment for the video. However, one tiny thing happened. As soon as I finished, I went back downstairs and I placed all the work tables back. So like, you see the blast furnaces here, there's a lectern, all the lecterns are back, all fine and dandy. However, whenever I finished placing all those workstations that were I originally had used for like decoration or usage in different rooms, I came back up because I was going to film, probably just be like, yay, we built the trading hall. And again, like I said earlier, it would have made a great segment for the video. However, I came back and I saw this. As you can see, a lot of the villagers are not in the right spot, and it's really just in this section, in this section. Apart from that, everything is fine. But it's these villagers that don't have the correct workstation. You might be like, oh, you probably just placed them in the wrong area. No, they switched workstations on me while I was placing the other things that villagers use as workstations downstairs. They just switched them on me, which I got extremely annoyed with. So that kind of, yeah, there's a couple fatalities, just a couple. But I basically was like, you know what? I'm gonna just abandon this because I don't like this took so long. I planned on doing this. I was like, oh, maybe take like a couple hours. This took 10 hours. And over 6 of those hours was just trying to get these villagers in their stupid cells. Now, to be fair, now in this big section over here, apart from this guy, everything else is fine. I can trade with these villagers, as much as I want, no big deal. But I am scrapping it because I don't want to include something in the video just for it to not work to the way that I had planned it. I had tried fixing this, and what ends up happening is that the villagers go to whatever workstation they find. I don't know how or why they do it. It doesn't make any sense. They always go to the opposite workstation of the one I want them to go to, and there's already a villager in that cell that has the workstation that they just took, and it's just extremely annoying. And I don't know why. I hate villagers. So I'm going to keep this. Like, this will still be a room in the house. I'm not tearing this down or anything because this took way too long for me to do that. But I'm not including this because I'm not happy with how it turned out. To be fair, this section over here is fine. I'll probably trade with these guys a ton. And also, I forgot to press record. And yeah, I made like a little hallway. And I also made this. I made two very simple, mainly a design thing, but I made two animal farms. And I was gonna make a third, but I had planned on putting like a little pond in the middle because I wanted this to actually like look good. So I would have to raise it otherwise, because if I break this is the underneath of the animal farms. So that's kind of why I decided. I guess I probably could have and it would have been fine, but still, I didn't bother with it at all. So it's very sad that I built the entire third floor. I also made this, like, hallway. I built all of it, and none of it was on camera because I forgot to press record. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Because you know what this means? We have officially finished the house. Whoa! I am so unbelievably excited to start this game. I'll explain why as soon as I get some basics. Man, I do not like this feeling that I'm having right now. Reminiscing memories of the
And is this
past,
it? Is this it?
knowing how far I've come, and knowing that I might not survive this. If I die, everything that I've ever known will be gone. The Wither, double the health of the Java version, double the strength of the Wither effect when you get hit, and double the difficulty. Now, I take it on. I've never killed the Wither on hard difficulty before, but today, that will change. Today, I will kill the Wither. Today is the day that I finally do it. Let's go! Oh my gosh, we did it! We killed the Wither! Oh, let's go! Yes! Finally! Golly, we were way over prepared for that one. As usual. I think 15 totems might have been enough. There it is, the Nether Star. I know that in actuality it's not anything crazy, but I swear with the vibrant visuals, it looks like it is so much more special than it really is. Like the lighting on it is insane and it looks amazing. And there it is. I now have the Nether Star. Now we can go ahead and make a beacon whenever we want. but I think we're good for now. Okay, and that's that. Chapter 1 is complete. I hope the story does turn out well and people like it. I'm really, really nervous about it though. And what am I saying? It's fine. People will like it. I mean, this is the greatest thing I've ever created, and it's only chapter 1. There's still so much more left to write and do. Sunrises always show the beginning of a new day, and that day is an opportunity to do something great in this world. I think we have done something great today. This house that was built, but this is only the beginning. What's great today will be mediocre tomorrow, but it's always nice to celebrate the victories while you can. I just think it's crazy that I built this. This is so much bigger and so much better than everything that has come before it, and this is only the very start of what will be my utopia. This world is a canvas, and I'm the artist. Nothing built lasts forever, they say. Well, I think this time's going to be a little bit different.